Hello. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad that you are here. I am Emily, and I just want to say thank you for being a part of my day. This morning reflection time, or any period of dedicated reflection time during the day, has been so important to me over the years, and I'm just thankful that you are joining me in this practice. So, we will all just go ahead and leave our cameras and microphones off for the duration of the call so that everyone can have their solitude and this time to themselves. And I will be recording this. If you're watching a recording currently, you can just sort of skim ahead for a minute as people just sort of start to join and we talk a little bit in this morning. Each week will follow the same format, meaning we will start with just a welcome period where I get to greet you and say hello. And then I will have just a short centering exercise just to start us into this experience together, followed by a message of the week. These messages will range anywhere from a quote that I enjoy to a spiritual practice or an energy work practice. And I will always just describe the thought or my reflection on it. And then I will provide, which is up to you, um, journal prompts or thoughts that you can carry with you into the week ahead. So you're welcome to have a journal out with you right now. You're welcome to just sit quietly with coffee or tea, whatever you feel is right for you in this time that is dedicated to you. There's no homework, just options on how we can best be together. So, once again, thank you for being here. All right, let's get started. We'll start, like I said, with a simple centering exercise. So, adjust your body if you need to. If you're seated or standing, just find a little bit more comfortable position and go ahead and just close your eyes if that's safe for you to do right now, as long as you're not driving. And just take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders, release your jaw. This time together is just beginning. You are a part of this new opportunity to open yourself up into the day ahead of you, to open yourself up just to being you. So go ahead and just take another deep breath of thankfulness that you're giving yourself this time. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and just feel the calmness that that breath allowed space for inside of you. I'm so glad that you're here and that you're able to take this time to relax your body and to breathe. And it's these few moments rather, of quiet that we just had that really lead into the message that I want to share with you today. And that is one simple statement: fall in love with taking care of yourself. Many of us are so good at incorporating self care into our daily lives. And sometimes we're successful at it, and sometimes it's really challenging. But I am guessing that as you sit here right now, you can think of a few activities or actions that really benefit you in the self care arena, whether it's taking a bath or reading a book. Maybe it's listening to a podcast. It's hanging out with friends, really having dedicated time to connect with others. Maybe you do your own reflection time or meditation every day. Maybe you would love to get your nails done or take a walk. Whatever these are, these self care activities are so important to our physical and our mental health. The world reminds us all the time of how important self care activities are because it slows us down. It calms our nervous system so we're not always living on adrenaline and burning that cortisol. It reminds us, self care is meant to remind us that in our busy lives, it's important to choose time to rejuvenate. And all of these activities are so helpful. So, that's a little bit of what I want to talk about today. Although, even greater than that, I want to talk about the energetic purpose of self care because we are both physical and energetic beings. And as physical beings, we get to move around the space of our day, interacting with others, interacting with the planet, interacting with our home, our work environment, wherever we are as physical beings. As energetic beings, we're acknowledging that existence that is greater than our physical body. So that means the energy of connection between those that we experience in the grocery store or at work or at home with our children. Wherever you are, there's that energetic, greater connection happening within you and around you at all times. And that's where the statement of today comes in. And that's where I want to talk about the energetic definition of self care. So, if we recall, the statement was falling in love with taking care of yourself, right? Because when we do think about self care, it's all about taking care of ourselves. But where does falling in love with ourselves come into play? Where does falling in love with taking care of ourselves come into play? Because we do the actions of self care all the time. But what does that mean to fall in love? Well, this is where that energetic definition of self care is really helpful because it is not, energetic definitions are not about the actions or the activities that we do to support ourselves, like reading a book or taking a walk or exercise. Those are valuable activities that we do to support ourselves. But energetically, self care is all about the awareness behind it. It is getting, so energetically, self care is all about getting to know yourself, your identity, who you are and how you want to be in the world. What makes you radiate and come alive? How does the energy of who you are on the inside come out into the world around you through the activities that you choose to support yourself? So, the energetic definition of self care is to be me, to be you, to just be yourself. It's how we get to know ourselves. It's the energy of our greater self lining up and aligning with our physical existence. Self care, falling in love with yourself, falling in love with taking care of yourself, is all about being able to say, I know me. I listen to me, I see me, and these are the activities that I choose to recognize myself. These are the ways that I absolutely can come back to life and find joy and calm. These activities of care are how I center myself and find relaxation. So, as you think about some of the self care activities that you do, probably they do rejuvenate you. They are calm and they hopefully bring you joy. Whether it is getting a manicure, whether it is meditating for 25 minutes, whether it's reading a book or hanging out with friends, these activities should find calm and joy, but it goes even deeper. So I want to repeat that energetic meaning of self care. The energetic existence of self care is loving the wholeness of who you are, purposefully remembering your identity that's just yours. And once that awareness is in place, right? Once you remember, oh, these are the ways that I come to life, me, I come to life in these ways. That's when you start to fall in love with taking care of yourself because you're choosing these self care activities that help you radiate and feel grounded and helps you come to life. So we fall in love with taking care of ourselves from the inside. Oh, this is my identity coming to life. It's helping me radiate. Because sometimes we can think of just self-care as activities that are important to-do list, important things to check off on our to-do list, which is valuable. But first we need to connect back to why we're doing these self-care activities. It isn't necessarily just to help us calm down our adrenals, although that's an added benefit. It is to help us remember identity, and bring that person that we are to life in those moments in our days. We fall in love with taking care of ourselves because we see that beauty of who we are having time to choose and radiate through those activities. So, as I talk about this, I just want to give you a moment right now to just sit quietly. If you want to, take a deep breath and place your hand on your heart. Or if you're journaling, you can write this down. But just think for a moment of some of the activities of self care that you personally enjoy. So just take a deep breath in. Think about what are some of the ways I enjoy self care? Do I do saunas? Do I relax outside? Do I find joy running? All of these are right. And in that same moment, as you're thinking, maybe looking out the window, journaling, do these activities help me radiate who I am? Do I feel more connected to myself when I do these activities? And the beautiful thing is, it's so easy to remind yourself to connect. Oh, I'm choosing to do this for me. It does bring me to life when you're in those moments that you're in. Because energetic and physical self care is something that you're doing right now as you join this community, as you sit and listen to this just guided reflection time. You are taking care of yourself. We're sitting here together on purpose, choosing to do this because it was important to that core identity of who you are. These moments are for you, for your whole self. Physically, you're relaxing and taking deep breaths and calming your system. Energetically, you are being reminded of the value and beauty of falling in love with taking care of yourself. So, this is the message of today: falling in love and taking care of yourself. Remembering that self care is all those amazing actions and activities that you choose to support yourself with. And it goes deeper. It goes deeper back into that energetic and whole existence of who you are. Self care is about bringing yourself to life from the inside out. So, as I get ready to just close shortly here, I'm going to share my screen with you. And you have the option of, these are for some journal prompts, and you have the option of writing some of these down. And then after I do that, after you look at the screen, we're just going to come back and do a closing meditation together. So hold on while I share my screen. All right, here, of course, is the message for the day. Fall in love with taking care of yourself. You are so worth it. You're so worth just looking at how do I spend my time caring for myself. And you do these all the time anyway. I'm just asking you to introduce a deeper thought process into the holisticness of it. And then here are some of those journal prompts. Go ahead and write them down or take a screen grab if you want to of your mindfulness for the week. How do I currently create time for myself in the week? What are those self care activities? Do these self care actions and activities align with how I want to show myself love? Because sometimes we can just get into a habit of or a pattern of things that feel like they're self care, and they probably were at some point, but maybe they just need to shift and we need to invite new ones in. And then, are there any new simple moments in my days that I can bring more awareness of loving myself? So, this goes with in the morning when you have your coffee or your tea. Just give yourself the awareness of, wow, this is something that I value. Or if you love listening to music on the way to work and just singing your heart out, that is a way that you're expressing your identity. You're connecting with that energetic definition of self care. How do I recognize myself during the week? What does that look like for me? And so, as we get ready to just sort of close our time together, I'm going to invite you into one more short guided meditation. And this one honors two energy centers in our body. You can physically put your hands in these locations during this little short centering exercise, or you can just bring your awareness to them as I talk you through it. So, one of them will be your crown chakra. So, your hand will be on your head if you want to put your hand on your head. And the other is your root chakra. These two energy centers. So they're sort of the bookends of energy centers in our major center systems. And so go ahead. I'm just going to walk you through this. Can't do it wrong. If you've never done this before, just listen to my voice and follow along. So go ahead and get comfortable, adjust your body again, and just close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And bring your awareness to the base of your spine, your root chakra. And as your awareness is there, just take a deep breath in. And this is your body speaking. It is saying, I see myself move through the day. I see my physical interactions and my environment. I walk through my day and my job and my life and my home. I interact with those around me. I nourish, I support, and feed myself. These are all ways that I show up as being me in the world around me. And go ahead and take another deep breath in and bring your awareness to your crown, the top of your head. As your body reminds you, this is how I connect to the life around me. I am open in energetic alignment to my higher self, to the energy within and around me, to that greater connectedness of life. I love the interactions that I get to be a part of. I'm excited for the ideas that come to me. And I'm reminded of the greatness of my existence through my crown. And as you take one more deep breath in, just feel the energy run between your root and your crown, honoring the wholeness of who you are, touching on all aspects of your identity and your beauty. And even if those feel small or far away at times in our life, this energy is part of who you are. And those self-care activities are a way of falling in love with yourself and opening that identity of who you are out into the world, seeing it radiate. So when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Take another deep breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Just sort of come back into the reality of this next moment. And I just want to say thank you again for being here. Thank you for giving me the time to introduce you to falling in love with taking care of yourself. That yes, those beautiful self-care activities that you do are incredibly valuable. And to remember that it goes deeper. The energetic existence, that deep identity of who you are, comes to life through the ways we care for ourselves. All of them. So as we close, take a moment on the couch or in the car, at your desk, wherever you are, and just think about the ways that you love showing yourself love. I'm glad you're here. If you have questions, feel free to email me or DM me on Instagram. And I hope to see you again next week. Have a good day.